Get ready for the action, because the Sixers are finding real reasons for optimism despite a tough second-round sweep. Head coach Nick Nurse is speaking out about the team's journey and what they need moving forward to become true contenders. We break down the situation with the Sixers organization and see what the future holds for them in the offseason.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the intense fan invasion that rocked Philadelphia during the playoff sweep. Tyrese Maxey reveals exactly how the Knicks fans took over the Xfinity Mobile Arena during Games 3 and 4, and his honest reaction to the situation. We continue with Tyrese Maxey's raw reaction to the chaos, as he admits it absolutely sucks when the Knicks fans dominate the atmosphere. We also look at the desperate measures the Sixers tried to take to control ticket sales and the fallout from Joel Embiid's plea to the fans. Finally, we look at the offseason outlook as the Sixers reflect on the series loss. VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey discuss their personal growth plans and what they are determined to achieve next year. Don't miss the full story and stay tuned for more breaking news. The Philadelphia 76ers have found tangible reasons for optimism despite a recent disappointing showing, though they remain far from contention. Following a humiliating second-round playoff sweep, including a 30-point Game 4 loss to the New York Knicks, the team is focusing on internal growth rather than dwelling on the defeat. Head coach Nick Nurse acknowledged the tough loss, stating that while the team faced ups and downs, they persevered throughout the season, noting that many positive things had occurred. However, analysts suggest that significant improvements are still required for the Sixers to become true contenders. Key areas identified for improvement include increasing three-point shooting, boosting defensive rebounding, improving the availability of veteran stars, and adding more quality players. Depth has been cited as a major weakness, with young bench players receiving postseason minutes, suggesting a disappointing deadline process for the organization. Front office decisions are anticipated. Reports indicate that President of Basketball Operations Daryl Morey and head coach Nick Nurse are expected to be evaluated entering the offseason, with ownership yet to make final decisions. Despite this uncertainty, the Sixers are likely to retain their core players, including Joel Embiid and Paul George, both of whom have committed long-term contracts. Embiid expressed confidence in his future, stating that his focus is on availability and playing to minimize knee concerns, believing that consistent performance will lead to a high seed next season. Tyrese Maxey emerged as a legitimate superstar, becoming an all-star starter for the first time and setting a high standard for scoring and shooting. Paul George praised Maxey's development, anticipating that the next step for the guard will be adjusting to playoff defenses. The team's leadership is emphasizing the importance of the experience gained, viewing the second-round appearance as a positive step forward from the previous year. Maxey highlighted the strong camaraderie and positive culture among the players, suggesting that maintaining this vibe and culture is crucial for the team's future success. While the gap between the Sixers and the Knicks was evident, the team's focus now is squarely on building internal growth and fostering a winning culture. The New York Knicks' fervent fan base created an intense atmosphere during their second-round playoff series against the Philadelphia 76ers, notably when Knicks supporters dominated the Xfinity Mobile Arena for Games 3 and 4. These games were largely fueled by the willingness of Knicks fans to travel, viewing the trip to Philadelphia as a more economical alternative to attending games at Madison Square Garden. Despite efforts by the organization to restrict tickets to local Philadelphia residents, the situation escalated, with the 76ers losing Game 4 at home 144-114, with a significant presence of Knicks fans. Guard Tyrese Maxey addressed the fan invasion during the post-Game 4 press conference, expressing his frustration while acknowledging the difficulty of the situation. Maxey stated, "It absolutely sucks if I'm being honest. It just sucks. That's really all I can say about it, man. It's hard. It's definitely difficult. It's only one way to put a stop to it, and it's that we have to go out there and win these games. He further noted that the team performed better when playing in Madison Square Garden throughout the season, feeling the atmosphere was more intense for the Knicks supporters there. Maxey emphasized the need for the team to win to ultimately create a louder atmosphere that might overshadow the opposition's support. The issue is not new. The 76ers had previously attempted to make tickets available to local fans, but the problem persisted as many Knicks supporters are also local to the area. Furthermore, Joel Embiid's plea to 76ers fans to maintain home court advantage was met with resistance from the traveling contingent. Embiid urged his fans, stating, "Last time we played the Knicks, it felt like Philly was Madison Square Garden East. We're gonna need the support. Don't sell your tickets, this is bigger than you. We need you guys. The atmosphere you guys created in the last 2 games, especially in Game 6, we need all of it. Knicks fans travel, they buy tickets. There's gonna be people who will sell the tickets because they need the money. Don't do it, we need you guys. We need the support, and we need them to be extremely loud. If you need money, I've got you." This series has drawn comparisons to previous playoff encounters, with observers noting that the Knicks fans' actions have prompted questions about Philadelphia's reputation as a sports town. Experts suggest that the 76ers may struggle to permanently resolve the issue unless they secure a championship, which could incentivize more local support for the team. The New York Knicks' decisive sweep of the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference semifinals has extended beyond the court, sparking significant reaction from players regarding the atmosphere in the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Following the 144-114 victory, 76ers guard Tyrese Maxey openly expressed his displeasure with the takeover by Knicks supporters, stating, "It absolutely sucks if I am being honest. It just sucks." Maxey noted that the Knicks fans made a noticeable impact, drowning out the home crowd. He admitted that the atmosphere felt louder for the Knicks fans than it did in Madison Square Garden, adding, "We got to put a stop to it as a team. Winning these games, that's gonna make our fans louder than theirs or whatever. I don't know how to keep them out. I don't know the logistics of it, but it does suck. I can't even lie. It definitely does suck." The intense fan presence was fueled by ticket availability issues. The 76ers had implemented restricted ticket sales for Greater Philadelphia area residents and donated 500 tickets to local groups before the home games. However, these measures proved insufficient, as secondary market platforms like StubHub and SeatGeek lacked such restrictions. Consequently, tickets on the secondary market were reportedly topping $1,000 in the lower bowl, and Knicks fans were willing to travel to Philadelphia to attend. This outcome comes despite pleas from Philadelphia star Joel Embiid, who had urged 76ers fans not to sell tickets, emphasizing, "Don't sell your tickets. This is bigger than you. We need you guys." The series concluded with Philadelphia losing 4 straight games, and the Sixers failed to advance past the conference semifinals in 25 years. The team enters the offseason having suffered a significant downturn, with the loss marking a major setback for the franchise. The Philadelphia 76ers concluded their season with a disappointing sweep in the Eastern Conference semifinals, having been thoroughly outplayed by the New York team. Despite the tough finish, optimism remains for the franchise, largely fueled by the standout rookie performance of VJ Edgecombe. Kyle Neubeck of PHLY Sports highlighted Edgecombe's impact, noting his impressive play against top competition. Speaking after the loss, Edgecombe reflected on the challenging matchup against the Celtics and the subsequent series against New York. He acknowledged adjustments were necessary, stating, "Playing against the Celtics to now against New York, it was tricky. I was guarded differently." Looking ahead, Edgecombe expressed a firm commitment to continuous improvement. He emphasized his dedication to developing offensively, stating, "I refuse for, coming into next year, a team won't ever leave me open. Even during the regular season, I was shooting the ball pretty well, and the playoffs come, and it's just a different vibe, you know. Intensity's higher, closeouts are a lot quicker, but I'm going to go in, and I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get better, make life easier for Tyrese Maxey and the rest of my teammates, take some of the pressure off, some of the load offensively off of them. Beyond offensive refinement, Edgecombe is focused on bolstering his defensive game. He committed to continuous defensive development, declaring, "Defensively, I'm gonna keep getting better, keep learning. For the rest of my career, I want to go out and say I can go guard whoever I have to go guard." Edgecombe concluded by expressing excitement for the offseason, asserting that he will return next year significantly improved in terms of strength, speed, and athleticism.